Josh again.
I'm Ryan.
This is the podcast.
It's the Mighty Fish Podcast for the week of something or other. This is episode 4. How you doing today, Josh?
I got a little steak in my teeth from lunch, but...
You want a toothpick?
No.
Okay.
Toothpicks are for suckers and cool guys like Ryan Gosling, and I am neither.
That's true. Okay. This is so off topic and ridiculous, but when did it stop?
Did we have a topic?
No. But when did it stop being that like douchebag, like no good assholes had fucking toothpicks, like scummy, like here, this is what you do, see?
Yeah.
And became cool, like Ryan Gosling with his toothpick. That's cool and drive.
Oh, it's super cool, man.
Is it still? Does it just go both ways, and it depends on who has the toothpick?
I think it's a persona.
Or has it made a transition over to cool?
Has the toothpick transitioned? Has it what was it, redirected? Is that the word they use?
Pivoted.
Yeah, pivoted. That's the one. Yeah, has it pivoted? I don't know, dude, but you got a point, because it used to be like the guy with the pop collar.
Yeah.
But like, that's Driver.
Yeah.
He's got the pop collar, and I mean, he doesn't have fingerless gloves, but he has knuckleless gloves.
He has driving gloves, yeah.
Yeah, he's driving gloves, and they're really cool driving gloves.
They're cool.
I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just.
You want to know why, Josh?
I would love for you to
You know what? I don't know what type of car his car is, because I'm a dick and I don't know, but they didn't have power steering, So you had to have those gloves, and that's why it's called the glove box. So that's where you put your driving gloves.
Yeah, I know that's where you put your gloves. That's why I call it the glove box. I just thought it was because when
do you have gloves in you? Do you drive with gloves, Josh?
Yeah.
Do you have gloves in your glove box?
I have work gloves in there.
Then shit it.
Then shut your mouth.
What's been going on, man?
Man. Little this, little that.
Little this, little that. Same.
Stressing about toothpick drama.
Just contemplating where toothpicks are at in popular culture right now.
Where they are today. We're on a toothpick kick.
I feel you.
Dude.
What's up?
Did you finish Stranger Things?
No.
Motherfucker.
I've seen 2 episodes just like
you still haven't finished. I haven't even advanced.
I haven't even watched another episode. I will say this. I did joke, I think the day before it came out, I said I can't wait to
not finish this.
Yeah, to watch a few of those episodes and not finish it. That will not be the case. I'm definitely going to finish it. But in the last 2 days since we talked, I legitimately have not had time to watch it.
All right. I'll believe it, even though I don't. But I'll give it to you.
But Josh, what I did do, and we can talk about Stranger Things, but I think what we should talk about first is I did finally finish Voltron, though.
Yes.
And that was more of me being hesitant to finish it, because I knew once I watched all of them, there would be
no more.
There's no more Voltron.
What else do I do? Do I go back and watch the old cartoons, which you can?
Not me.
I don't recommend you going back, dude. I've tried to go back. I got a Christmas present of a show that I loved as a child called the Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
The whole box set. It was really, really cool. They were people that got turned into these cyborgs, androids kind of thing. They gave over their bodies, like a RoboCop kind of program, where they had some organics, but it was mostly robot parts.
Like an XCOM when you make your fucking mechanical guys.
The slogan for the show was partly metal, partly real. Because metal isn't a real thing, I guess. I never understood that slogan even as a kid. But no, I got it a couple years back. I think I was like 25 or something like that. It was a birthday present, Christmas present, something like that. And was so pumped. It's going to be so cool, man. Threw it in the DVD player. Got not even 5 minutes into an episode and was like, oh God, what have I done? And then like the following year, my sister gave me for a Christmas present, she gave me season 1 of the original Transformers, More Than Meets the Eye. And knowing what I knew of Silverhawks, I did the same exact thing anyway and put it on. It was like, no. And that's the thing that I think is funny is like once you leave some of those shows behind from childhood, you can never go back, and you just gotta love what you knew it was, and you don't touch it. Don't touch it.
That pretty much. First of all, I'm just not going to go back because not even having any nostalgia.
Yeah, you've never even touched Voltron before.
Liking the property what it is now doesn't necessarily translate to me liking whatever the
No, yeah,
cartoon
you're
was
not
before.
coming from the same place that I came from.
But in the similar vein, and you know of this, I decided to start watching the first season of Pokemon.
again.
And I just bitch and complain about how terrible
Oh,
it is.
dude, I watched, 3 episodes with you, and you would not shut up for the whole... Ash is such a bitch! He doesn't even earn his badges. They just give it to him for coming in.
And then, okay, but what's funny is I would almost give anything to have those episodes back, because here... I'm agreeing with you while also continuing to watch it for some reason.
I think it's funny you don't have time to watch Stranger Things, but you got plenty of time to watch season 1 of Pokemon.
Okay, here's the thing. I can put on an episode while I go to sleep. I cannot put on an
You
episode of
can't do that
Stranger
with
Things
Stranger Things, yeah.
for a couple of reasons.
The narrative, the visuals, and the fact that it scares the piss out of you.
Yes. So, but here's the thing. It took a turn from him, like, having focus, but, like, him failing his way to the top.
Yeah.
And now it's just, like, nonsense. They were, like, trapped at sea, and then they were on an island with mechanical giant Pokemon, and now they're, like, on some island, and all the
I remember the
all
one
the
with the
squid
that was the
beasts.
Godzilla episode where they were
Yes.
smashing buildings and shit.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
And then all of the fucking, what are they? Fucking tentacles are, like,
Yeah.
attacking the city, and they're just like, fuck you guys.
Tentacle.
The humans must die, because they, like, took over
Tentacle.
Meowth to talk through him. And I'm like, this fucking show has just gone bananas. I hate it so much. So I think I really have stopped watching it now.
Oh, really?
That's about it. That was it for me.
That's funny.
That was it.
You got into that because the Pokemon Go craze.
The Pokemon Go craze, which, that game drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It
Like,
is. It is simultaneously the coolest game and the worst game.
Yeah, it's the worst game that I just can't stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they launched in fucking Japan or somewhere yesterday. I could not play all day. I got the server overloaded error every single time. So I'm just like, son of a bitch.
They were not prepared for this at all. What do you think they would have been? They're like, hey, let's slap the name Pokemon onto this. And then they did nothing to prepare for what people... Pokemon's a thing.
The argument is always like, well, how are they supposed to know it'd
It's
blow up like
fucking
this?
Pokemon. It's just, I mean, like, I missed the Pokemon craze. I was a little old for it, but I mean, like, you can't not recognize that Pokemon was legit, dude. This isn't, what are you, fucking making some kind of Digimon game? Nobody gave a fuck
Well,
about
and
Digimon.
I've never, yeah, exactly. I've never,
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh Go? Yu-Gi Go?
I've never understood why these developers aren't just over prepared.
They should be over-prepared.
But then I think maybe they think they're already, like, good
Over-prepared.
to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, when World of Warcraft launched, and it was insane, and you were sitting in gigantic queues, and the servers were totally fucked, like, I get why they didn't think that game was going to be very good. It was an MMO, and no MMO had done what WoW had did ever before.
Oh, yeah, EverQuest had died at that point.
Pokemon Go, a free Pokemon game where you go out and catch Pokemon in real life. They didn't see everybody in the world downloading that. It doesn't make any sense. But that's completely off topic.
Yeah, that's way off topic. Anyway, but...
Back to Voltron.
Back to Voltron.
Legendary Defender.
Legendary. He's so legendary, the Voltron. What were your thoughts, dude? Spoilers for anybody that hasn't finished it.
Yeah, we're going to talk
We're going to talk about the end of Voltron.
heavy spoilers.
Yeah.
Corvo dies.
Becomes one with the Matrix.
I'm mixing everything together for
Yeah,
fun.
he's just saying a bunch of shit.
So, the first few episodes, they were heavy on the humor.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
were
the humor lasts throughout, but it does. They do back up a little bit on the jokes.
and
towards the end.
they brought you in and got you interested very well.
Yeah.
There's mystery
Yeah.
and lion robot jets
Yeah.
and things like that. At first, I was concerned that it was going to be a little too childish,
Yeah, it was a little kiddie.
And
Whatever,
then-
it was a little kiddie campy.
and then it just got awesome, and it was just cool.
Yeah.
Like the first couple episodes were a little and then but still good,
Yeah.
and then the whole rest of the season was just like amazing some of the best cartoons I ever seen.
Yeah, they were really cool. I like the mystery in the show. I really like Shiro's character. I really like Shiro's character, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with him. If I remember right, at some point in the old show, Shiro died.
Really?
So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing with him, and because Keith, I think, becomes the Black Lion Paladin. So I'm not. I think it's Keith. It's Keith or Lance. I can't really remember clearly. But, and then Allura takes over the Blue Lion, if I recall. She takes over the Blue Lion. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with his character, since it seems like I wonder if that's where his story is going to lead to his end. And that'll make me sad, because he's probably my favorite, aside from Lance and Hunk.
Because he's super cool. And he's all like...
He's really cool, dude. He does karate fighting with a fucking magic fist. It's the magic robot fist.
The magic robot fist. It's too bad he didn't have the upgraded version.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that guy's a badass, man.
That guy ain't right, Josh.
I know.
He's got some trubs.
He's got
a troubled past.
He's got some issues. That was my favorite episode, too, was when the ship came alive.
Yeah.
And was fucking with them.
The AI.
The AI went crazy.
Yeah, it got corrupted by the Galra fucking crystal.
Yeah. That was a cool episode.
It was a cool episode.
And then...
I mean, some people got it a lot worse than others.
One of them got spaced, and another one almost got flushed out an airlock.
Yeah. So one of them almost got flushed out an airlock. The other one had to battle a robot, and then Hunk and Pidge were just floating.
They just had to float
around and get sprayed with food.
Yeah, they essentially got the Willy Wonka treatment.
Yeah.
It was fun. That was one of my favorite parts of the episode. Was they were just like, it was crazy, and they're like, I fought a death robot.
Yeah.
Almost got flushed out into space, and they were like, we were floating. It was nuts.
Turned off the gravity.
The food went crazy.
Yeah, wait, that's what he says. He says, what? That sounds fun. I almost died. Yeah.
I liked that the big reveal that
yes.
from that they hinted at the beginning, and once again, heavy spoilers, that Zarkon was in fact the Black Paladin, because she says at the beginning that they never recovered his Batleth?
I think it's Batleth.
Batleth.
Whatever.
What Worf has? The boomerang sword?
Yeah. Whatever they fucking call it. But yeah, they said, it was lost with the last Paladin.
The original with its first
And I'm just like, oh no, he died.
I thought he died somewhere. Where did didn't they find the Black Lion on
The Black Lion was locked up in...
That was right, they had the Black Lion.
In the castle, and it would only come out if they had all the other lions.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I liked that. I loved the fight between him and Keith.
Yeah, and I like that they're like, oh no, Voltron, it could destroy us. But then at the same time, it shows up and they're just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We have witchcraft, and I used to be the paladin, so get wrecked.
Magic.
Yeah, get wrecked, son.
Dude, and that witch scares the shit out of me, dude. And I liked that he was very clear. Shiro was very clearly outmatched in that fight.
Oh, yeah.
There was, he was not going to, if they hadn't showed up to save his ass, that was it. That was where he was going to end.
Yeah, I know that Zarkon's the bad guy, but like...
What's up with...
the witch is the scary one.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Helga or something?
Helga?
I don't know.
That's from Hey Arnold.
And German names in general.
No.
Just Hey Arnold.
Just Hey Arnold's the only show that's had a character named Helga.
Ever.
And she had a unibrow.
She did. She's a weird looking chick.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to say. Everybody's just like, yeah, that show's dope. And it's dope.
Dude, I was upset with the crazy cliffhanger.
Oh, God, I know.
Like that was one of those cliffhangers was always like, God damn it! Because now I have to wait. How long until we find out their fates?
Yeah,
you know?
It's not like... Oh,
you're getting a second season.
Though. Oh, of course. But it's not like, wow, we can't wait to see what happens next. It literally ends with like, oh no, they're fucked. Oh no, they're all falling out of the wormhole. They're going to be all separated. Oh no. Okay, it's over.
No, credits. Yeah. And I was like, what? Like, they don't even get out of the wormhole. The ship did. They scattered to the nether realms, and then they rolled credits, and I was like,
it.
"You can't do that to me."
It was rough.
Oh, dude, that was so.
It wasn't like it ended with like, oh no,
Yeah.
that we didn't defeat Zarkon.
Yeah.
We're fucked. We have to think of what to do next. Roll credits.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my god, they're in shambles.
Yeah. It was like a Game of Thrones cliffhanger where they
for
just
real.
put up all the Stark kids on a pyre and light them all on fire, and you're like, well, now what are we gonna do?
Oh, that's funny.
Spoilers for Game of Thrones, by the way.
Yeah. Super real. Spoilers. That's all we talk about. Super real Game of Thrones spoilers.
All the time. We're a Game of Thrones podcast.
Like, Thrones cast.
Thrones cast. Thronery.
Oh, shit. Well, Josh, yes. Voltron, go and watch it.
Yeah, 100 stars.
not-
If you've already watched it, cool. If you haven't, you shouldn't have listened to everything we just said.
That's a good point. So, but at the same time, it's not one that you need to be heavily invested in. You can catch an episode here and there. Be good to go.
It's not very story reliant, although there is like an overarching tale that you
Yeah.
need to follow.
There's plenty of episodic tales that we have not.
Well, and plus it's Netflix. If you have nothing to do on a Saturday, you can easily.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you listened and we spoiled it all, there's plenty of episodic adventures that we didn't fucking spoil.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool shit that goes on in that show. Golly,
Like the Balmera.
hey, yeah, that was super cool, dude. Fuck.
Now let us spoil it for you.
Yeah, no shit. I just the idea that was kind of such a reminded me of the cooler Star Trek episodes.
Yeah, oh,
or
yeah.
like the
That was like the first Star Trek episode.
yeah
Where
the living planet.
Yeah,
kind
he
of thing.
shows up and they're leeching all the fucking power out of this thing, and then it's being a dick.
Yeah.
Next generation episode,
Yeah,
I should say.
it was that I thought that was super duper cool. I really liked that. I thought that was
It was a good
interesting thing.
storyline. I didn't
Well-
mind that it took up a chunk of the overall story.
No, it reminded me a lot of some of the crazier Marvel cosmic stories. You know, like Ego, the Living Planet, and kind of shit like that.
Oh yes, of course.
Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Of course, there you go. Living Planet, got it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Josh. Go ahead. Do it.
What?
Talk about what you want to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it now.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh God, no.
Hot button issue. We're getting to the gritty of this nitty.
No. So-
We haven't seen it. We haven't
seen
seen
it.
it. We talked about it, and we just don't want to.
we talked about it in private. We're not going to see it. So
not gonna
let's
see it.
move along, Josh.
Yeah.
I've had enough of that.
Maybe we'll see it at some point.
I've had enough.
Yeah, too much Ghostbusters.
Do you want to talk about Stranger Things?
No.
Okay.
Yes. That's all I ever want to talk about anymore.
Just be vague. You could talk about the first couple episodes.
I don't want to talk about the
Most specifically, the first two.
I don't want to talk about the first two episodes. No. I could talk about the overall feel of the show and just recognizing. I was talking to you about it earlier. You see certain things, and they're not direct references or anything like that, but it's you can go, oh, that's it, you know, or oh, that's kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street, and oh, dude, this is Goonies, you know, or Daryl, or any of those things. E.T. is another big one, dude. Like
Yeah.
if Amblin in general,
Yeah.
and then it's just I don't know. There's so much in it, and it's loving, dude. It's dude. These guys loved that era, and I loved that era, and that was what I grew up on. Was all those crazy monster films, and you know the kids like saying cuss words before they're supposed to and stuff, and you always wanted to, but your parents were watching the movie with you too, and he's like, he said bitch. Oh. My mom would kill me. He said the D word,
Yeah, I will say I've seen the first two episodes. It's got a masterful soundtrack.
Oh, dude. The soundtrack is so cool. And once again, like I was saying, dude, just a loving homage. It's straight John Carpenter music.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
John Carpenter mixed with, the music of the time that it's set in.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is it doesn't feel like it's too much. Like they're trying to emulate that sound. It literally sounds like that sound.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not talking about the because they go, I don't know how far you've gotten, but they do use a lot of songs from the time period and stuff like that, and it's really like Elegy shows up, and there's a remake of an older song in the that Peter Gabriel did, and that one, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene, and it's a beautiful song to go with the scene. It's amazing.
Yeah.
11 is straight up the fire starter from Stephen King. Like
Fire starter.
Fire starter. I am the fire starter.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so crazy because
I'm capable of having semi-nostalgic feelings about those types
seen
of
some of
movies.
that stuff.
I've seen a decent amount of it,
Yeah.
and it's always good. They're nailing something,
without
but it's
directly copying.
but
it.
it's not full homage. It's more just in the style and just
Yeah.
done so well. Like
Yeah.
the suspense, the kid, the child directing, and that style. Like
The kids are fantastic
The friends
in the
and
show.
being not telling their parents and getting shit done and like all that. It's just done and it doesn't feel like.
They're trying.
I love Super 8, but there are parts of Super
Yeah.
8 that feel very
Forced.
forced Amblin, and this is just
Natural.
these guys just think in this style of movie. Mm-hmm. And just the suspense, the soundtrack, the cinematography, the fucking directing of the children actors are great.
Yeah.
And that's basically all I can really talk about for the first two episodes.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk great about Winona Ryder's performance in it, and I'm mixed on it. I enjoy her being calm much more than I do her trying to be frantic mom.
Yeah, Winona Ryder's performance doesn't bug me. It's not distracting, but it also doesn't do a lot for me. It's almost just she's a vessel to get bits of the story from what I can from where I'm at, to get bits and pieces of the more supernatural shit going. So
on its you were talking about the other day how it seems to be subverting expectations with you.
Oh yeah.
Where it looks like this is going to go this way and it takes a left turn, or it takes the turn that you think it's going to take, but it doesn't take it in the same way.
So from where I'm at in the story right now, basically you're following 4 different interconnecting stories. So you're following the kids.
Yeah.
And Elle. You're following the Hop, the sheriff.
Hop is a badass.
Yeah, the sheriff. You're following the teens, and you're following Winona Ryder. And they all, except for what I thought, they're all pretty much connected except for the teens. And I was wondering at first why the hell this was in there, and was thinking that was more of the forced trying to make that type
it's
of
funny
story.
because it starts off very much like the John Hughes type of story, and it ends up becoming much more.
And I was going to say
that Halloween Nightmare on Elm Street.
The end of the second episode, it too gets wrapped up in the story, and everything comes together, and that all becomes a lot more interesting, and is a bridge of concerned mom and skeptical adults, whimsical kids. It's right there in the middle with a little bit different style of drama. So
well, and that's the thing too, is like I was saying, dude, each thing has its own like bit, like
each
Hop,
element,
Hop and God, what's her name? The mom. I can't think of the mom's name. The Winona Ryder's character.
Yeah, I can't remember.
They have kind of an X-Files kind of a feel to them.
Oh, yeah.
And then the teens have that Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th kind of thing.
more
going
pure
on.
horror, and then the kid.
Yeah, and then the kids have that
Amblin,
that Amblin,
mystery,
E.T., the Goonies, that kind of thing going on, and it's like none of it feels like it doesn't work. Like you can see that all of this is going to come together at one point.
For what is basically a giant homage, the fact that it's just mixing all these and they feel organic and it just feels like a movie from that time.
Yeah, it's just longer.
Not fucking making. I want to think of a movie like that does. So, like, think of something like Kung Fury.
Yeah.
Or something dumb like that that's just over the top. Like, remember the 80s?
Yeah.
It's just making a style of film that was great that they don't really make anymore. And that's just what they're doing.
Yeah, and I love
and modernizing it to a certain extent.
I love, too, that they don't fall into the tropes of, like, a lot of that stereotype 80s. Like, nobody's walking around with the neon scrunchies and stuff, you know, and there's none of those. I mean, and those did exist, but it feels like in this day and age, when people think of the 80s, that's where they go. They go to New Wave.
The only thing that, you know, isn't like nostalgic or an homage or like feels appropriate. The only thing that stood out to me as stereotypical is the kid's older brother, who's poor.
Yeah.
Somebody dresses like he's fucking poor.
Yeah.
Like super poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at that kid with his stupid dirty jeans and his dumb jean jacket and his shirt with holes in it.
Yeah.
And his hair's all unkempt.
As you go along, you get a bit more into his character and you find out why he's doing shit like that.
Okay. That's fair. But yeah, like like I was saying, like the subtle things you pick up on, like Steve, the girl's boyfriend. Yes.
He is almost exactly Johnny Depp from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
The way he does his hair, the way he dresses. He is almost exactly. And it was funny because I was watching, I was like, why does he seem so... And I was like, oh my God, he looks like Johnny Depp from fucking Nightmare.
Yeah. And like I said, basically I love it because it's capturing that type of film. It's doing an amazing job. It could stand on its own even if they were trying to do their own thing and set it modern day or something.
Yeah.
Just the styles there. The fact that they set it there is where a lot of nostalgia and homage comes in. But either way, subverting expectations nonstop, because they could have made it a cliched mess of bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's tropes and shit in it, just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I go like, oh, these stupid fucking teens, and it's gonna do this, and I'm like, well, she's gonna get raped.
Oh yeah, that's what you were saying. You thought like somebody was gonna video camera.
Yeah, or I'm just like, oh, she's taking her shirt off. Yeah. He's gonna start taking pictures, and he doesn't at all.
Yeah, because you were telling me you thought it was gonna go like a Carrie angle. Yeah, where, like they invite her over to her house and they drop like pig's blood on her.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff, and like it all just feels very. Just well done and natural and fucking. I really cannot wait to watch more. It's not. I literally did not have time to watch.
Yeah. I believe you. You know, more time for Pokemons.
More time for Pokemon.
But no, dude, it is where Daredevil was like my favorite show on the channel. Yeah, like this has taken its place, and I'm really hoping that we get a season 2.
I'll say this, that Daredevil is a television show.
Very much.
Stranger Things is hardly a television show.
No, it's a mini series if you want to call it that.
I was going to say
it has a story to tell and it comes to an end.
It's made with 8 parts. How fucking It was made with the 2 parts.
Exactly. Well, dude, and that's like if we could talk about the intros.
Oh, yeah.
I love the intros, dude, with the film grain. I mean, it's fake, but, you know, it's the film grain over it, like you're watching that old VHS. The neon letters that are slowly coming at, like, that's just straight out of the 80s logo design with the glowing letters and shit like that. Like, that's Monster Squad shit, you know? It's fucking so cool.
It's amazing.
Phantasm, that kind of stuff, dude. Dude, and then, like, I love that each one has and then they do the, you know, chapter 1 and then the name, and it's just like... it's so cool, man. Yeah, it's so cool.
You sent the trailer to me. I was like, yeah, that looks cool. It looks bananas. Yeah. Honestly, I was like, that looks fucking weird as hell. And then started watching it. And at first when I started watching it, and it's really, the more I think about it, wasn't that scary. But it fucking, when it first started,
It's unsettling. It's scary as shit,
at
dude.
the first part, like I knew the 2 jump scares were happening. I'm just
Oh,
like
yeah.
a slow panning on this door, like I know what's gonna happen. That didn't bother me. Fucking then it's the kids and I'm having a good time. But yeah, that just shot of his light going out and then it turns back on and then he looks up and then it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just like, I was like, nope, and I noped the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it through the next day and I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I knew this fucking show was going to be crazy and have, like, it was going to be that type of show, but I did not expect it to be this masterfully done. And just
well,
great.
and like it's like we were talking a while back about recapturing that old style of horror where they create scary atmosphere,
Yeah,
that unsettling, disturbing, tense thriller type of stuff. And I was going to say later on, as you get further in, they do a lot with that where like something doesn't happen, but you're waiting for something to happen because it's just like you're off put by what's going on, and you're just like, oh shit, he's gonna come through that wall or whatever, you know, and shit like that, you know, just like you're constantly on edge. And it's when it comes to certain, they set it up great. It's fucking fantastic. For you and for anyone else that is enjoying this and, you know, maybe hasn't finished it or wants to find other things like it, I would suggest the movie It Follows.
It Follows.
Very, very cool movie. That's a movie that's set in the modern day, but very much themed like those old type of, like Stranger Things is and stuff like that. It's a very scary movie, very unsettling, but it's not scary. It's not like what a lot of horror has become. It's disturbing. You're on your edge. You don't know when the thing's coming. You know, it's good. It's really, really good. Another one with a fantastic soundtrack, themed very much after that time period. Really cool movie. Also, the girl from it is the girl that they replaced Mae Whitman with in Independence Day.
Oh, and It Follows?
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's the main character.
She was a total badass.
I know she was your favorite. Oh, wait, no, wasn't Liam Hemsworth your favorite? Who was your favorite in Independence Day Resurgence? Did you have a favorite? Was it Jeff Goldblum's dad? Was it Judd Hirsch?
It might have been Judd Hirsch. No, my favorite was my favorite was Brent Spiner, obviously, but
of course,
from the pilots, it's Liam Hemsworth, man.
Yeah. Gotta go.
She
gotta go with Thor's brother, his real brother. She was shoehorned in to like be a pilot at the end there for like no real reason. She was the Randy Quaid.
Yeah, it was weird.
She was the Randy Quaid without any of the humor.
Yeah, exactly. God, that's a good movie.
It's so fun, dude. I was like, I really want to see it because it looks like that kind of cheese that I love, dude. You know, and I was just like, when you came back and we're just like, dude, it's amazing. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I know it's getting a lot of shit, but I don't know what people wanted.
See, but that's the thing. I don't know if it's getting a lot of shit because it's a bad movie or if it's getting a lot of shit because it's not the type of bad movie that Independence Day was. Like, are people mad that it's not Independence Day or are people mad because it's a bad movie? Like,
I don't know, man. Maybe it's that, like we were talking about with Star Wars, where people made a movie into something it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm just like, dude, it's a shitty movie like Independence Day, but it's awesome.
Dude, it looks incredible, man.
Hey, we've had our fill of fucking Independence Day.
Yeah.
So yes, Stranger Things. That was a good conversation, and I'm interested to fucking.
Dude, that is one that I hope they release on a box set.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know that's old school, but I want to own that and display it and I want it. I have a picture in my head what I want it to look like. Just simple black with that red logo on it. That's all, and I want all the DVD cases to look like that, dude. That's what I want. Blu-ray, DVD, whatever.
I was gonna say the shitty thing is it'll probably only be on like two It's box sets, the big boxes.
Oh, yeah, those are done,
Those
dude.
are done.
Yeah.
Probably 2 Blu-rays.
It would be
probably,
cool
right?
if they did something like it to make the box up to look like it was a bunch of stuff, you know?
They can make it special.
Just
edition.
to try to further a nostalgia feel.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they released it
No,
on
VHS. That would be ridiculous.
That would be so hipster, dude. That's going to a realm I don't want to go to, but it would be funny. It would be cool, but it's like
Josh,
it's too douchebag. What's up?
do you want me to illegally capture all the episodes of Stranger Things and put them on VHS tapes for you?
Yes. Add a lot of video grain.
Yeah, oh, it'll happen. It's going on VHS.
Yeah, just I know it'll happen naturally, but do more.
So check that out. I'm excited to watch the rest of it. Josh fucking blew through it.
Dude, I tried to do the slow burn with it. I fucking couldn't, man. I needed it. I needed that in my bones. I was as excited for that as I was for X-Files when they said X-Files was coming back. And as much as I love X-Files, I feel like Stranger Things delivered more of what I wanted than the last season of X-Files did. I hate to say that. I know somebody might crucify me for it.
Well, how was that last season of X?
Oh, it was really good. The problem was it was only, I think it was like 10 episodes. And they tried to involve the overarching alien mythos that it was so prominent in X-Files. And when you're doing something that short with a story that's as deep as the X-Files conspiracy, you either need to make that whole season about following that thread or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
And myself, I was never a big fan of the whole alien conspiracy thing from X-Files. I liked the one-off, the Monsters of the Week episodes with the werewolf, or like there was a ghost, or like there was one fucking that's still like one of my absolute favorite episodes where they go to a town and the PTA is all a bunch of, or the teachers council or something is all a bunch of Satanists.
Nice.
And they don't do something, or they fucked up. I can't remember what they did that fucked up, but the devil comes after them and starts taking them out one by one. It is one of the creepiest episodes ever. I fucking loved it, dude. It had the guy from Frasier on it that played the sports disc jockey, and he was the principal. He was fucking great in the episode. He gets some guy gets eaten by snakes.
Dude, nice.
Fucking. It's so creepy because there's a teacher there and she's kind of like the nanny from The Omen, where she's either a fucking hardcore cultist or a fucking demon. And like she's doing all this fucked up shit and stuff, and then fucking it's one of those ones where Scully and Mulder don't do a lot because they can't do a lot. They don't know what the fuck to do.
They have guns and it's the devil.
Yeah, they have guns and it's the devil. What do you do? At the end of the episode, and I remember it fucking still creeps me out, dude. They get to the classroom to save somebody, if I remember right, and it's all over. Everything's over. It's the end of the episode, and then fucking written on the chalkboard, it just says "nice working with you," and it was oh no, like oh dude, that one creeped me the fuck out, dude. That one, and of course Home, which everybody knows. Home is the episode about the cannibal family. The cannibal inbreds, and it's one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. But those were always my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
And they did a couple of those. There's one episode with Rhys Darby from Flight of the Conchords.
From Voltron.
And Voltron.
There we go. Tying it in.
Tying it all in. I'm wrapping it together in a nice little bow for you. Dude, it is one of probably the best X-Files episodes I've ever seen. It is so good.
Tell you what, Josh.
What's up?
When I finish watching Stranger Things,
You gonna check out X-Files?
I will watch all of X-Files since I've seen like 5 episodes.
You're gonna watch? Okay. Well, I'll talk to you in 4 years.
Okay.
Because the way you watch episodes and the fact that there's like 10 seasons of that show to watch.
Oh, I'll get it done.
Dude, great show.
I always watched more episodes of Twilight Zone. So.
Oh, dude, Twilight Zone was fantastic. I liked Twilight Zone a lot. Twilight Zone and Outer Limits. I watched Outer Limits a whole bunch. It was on our local cable station, our local network. on
KWVBB.
Yeah, back when it was K-High.
K-High.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
K-High, channel 64.
64. Dude, they've been Comedy Central was channel 64 when I fucking...
Comedy Central was channel 64 when I finally got cable.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the year I graduated, my parents got cable, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Well, you're leaving.
Yeah, well, you're leaving. Time to watch all the cool stuff. Later, Josh. Oh, have you been riding your bike to your friend's house to watch X-Files every Sunday night? Ha ha ha!
Idiot.
Idiot. Enjoy fucking being in college, douchebag.
You watch. And as we know, you only watched X-Files and smoked weed when you were in college.
No.
No. I'm just kidding.
No.
Maybe I'll edit that out.
I watched Johnny Bravo and smoked weed.
Maybe I'll edit that out. Josh.
I watched stuff like Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing?
I watched stuff. Yeah, dude. Gundam Wing, man.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know Gundam? Okay. Oh, yeah, you don't anime. You
don't
watched
anime.
Pokemon. Yeah,
I watch.
Yeah, you watched
I
Pokemon.
watched. What's the only anime I've ever watched?
Akira?
I watched Akira.
Oh God, you should do like a. We should do a thing where you run down Akira like you did for me that after I watched it.
Because as all you idiots out there don't understand, I know exactly what happened.
He fully understands Akira.
Yep. The problem was all you douchebags out there were watching anime like nobody's business. 12 years old, watch Akira. Huge mistake. Wait till you're like 25.
When you're cognizant.
Yeah,
your mental faculties are fully formed.
All you've seen is a couple episodes of Pokemon and Inuyasha. Then watch Akira, and it all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Yes, maybe we'll do a rundown of Akira one of these days, but not right now.
Funny. Yeah, no, Gundam Wing was one of the first fucking things I ever watched that had to do with giant robots, man.
Oh, okay.
That was the springboard for me, and I got into it.
I thought Robot Jocks was the first thing.
That was the first thing, but I didn't know that there were like whole like.
I didn't know there was a whole world of giant robots.
Like I knew like there was like I saw Exo Squad and I played like Mech Warrior and BattleTech and stuff, but I didn't know that there was like literally a whole world of this shit. Max Schofield talks about it fucking in one
Max
of
Scoville?
Did I say Schofield?
Yeah.
Scoville.
Max Scoville.
Formerly
of something, and God knows what he's doing now.
Yeah, IGN reporter, I think.
Why?
God, wasted potential, dude. Scoville's awesome.
Well, and he wasted all of his good ideas, and now they're property of Revision 3.
They're all Rev 3. Yeah, dude, because it was one of those episodes that, what was it, Professor Scoville or Homework?
Homework? I think Homework was when he tried to make his own after the fact. Yeah. Study Hall. Max Scoville's
Study Hall.
Yeah.
He did a whole thing on mecha and giant robots, and he talked about how he talked about Gundam and stuff. And there was Gundam Wing, and then there was Gundam 008, and there was all this cool stuff, dude. And I got super duper into it. Fucking, it was giant robots fighting other giant robots, and I was just like, I was all about. They had laser swords. Fucking Gundam Wing was a bit ridiculous when you watch the old like 8th MS team and fucking the original Gundam, and Mobile Suit Gundam and all that kind of stuff, dude. Those are much more military and stuff. And Gundam Wing was this weird like like they had like there was Death Scythe and he had like a cloak and shit, and fucking like Gundam Wing had like in the movie he had like angel wings and shit, dude. It was ridiculous, but I fucking loved it, man. I fucking loved it, and I still love it. It's so cool. That and Cowboy Bebop.
You know what? Yeah, now I'm starting to. I know of Gundam.
I was gonna say you have to have seen it somewhere, dude.
But like, see, I didn't know if it was one of those things where like Gundam is some Japanese word and doesn't necessarily mean that you're watching Gundam.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? That's what I thought. So Gundam Wing, you said Gundam Wing, and I'm just like, so is that not the same as Mobile Suit Gundam?
Yeah, no, they're two totally. They're in the.
So they are two different things.
They're two different things. They're all different things based around the same thing.
Okay.
Giant robots called Gundams.
Okay.
The Gundams are the robots.
But it's like, to your understanding, the same company is not making these.
I think
Or are they the same property? Are they the same property?
They're the same property.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know.
Same property, totally different types of universes.
Gundam Wing, I'm just like, oh, great. So Gundam just means something, and that's going to be the stupid thing.
No,
okay.
no. The robots are called Gundam, and I think they're all done by the same people.
Okay.
I
Gundam
didn't delve deep enough
then
to know
Gundam
all
has
that.
to be a property then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
That's
8th MS Team and Mobile Suit and all that stuff that came. That's a totally different type of Gundam series than Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing is like a kind of reboot where they change things up a bit. They do it every now and then, like, because like they keep doing it. They keep like changing it up, but they're always called Gundam and stuff. But the best ones are honestly. What are you looking at? You fucking jackass! Fucking what? What's funny? The Mobile Suits and the 8th MS Team and all that shit. That was like that's the prime shit right there, dude. All the stuff that has to do with like the Zybok Empire, I think is what they're called.
Zybok.
They're either called the Zybok Empire in Gundam, or that's from Escaflowne. I can't remember. I watched a lot of anime when I was a kid, dude. It's I used to watch that one at my grandparents' house. That one had to do with fantasy mechs. Escaflowne did. That one was cool. It turned into like a dragon and shit.
You know, like anime I saw?
Pokemon.
Besides
Akira.
Pokemon?
Akira.
And 2 episodes of Inuyasha. Which I think is the one I'm thinking of. Is that the one with the devil dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what else I saw? There's one where they like have things that they battle in the middle of the street. They're like tops.
Oh, my fucking nephew loves that show. What is that show? Beyblade.
Yeah, saw some Beyblade one day,
Yeah,
and I
dude.
remember I watched Beyblade, and then I think I watched like Hellboy for the first time after that. It's a bad day.
Hellboy's cool.
Yeah,
Which Hellboy was it?
the first one.
First one's great.
I don't like it.
You're an idiot.
But I remember I
This
texted
is
you
the end of our friendship.
and was just like, why are they always discussing defeating the evil power, but then slowly walking down the middle of the street? Which I wonder why these anime cities even have roads.
Oh, why do
since
they even
there's
have
no
yeah,
cars?
there's never any cars. There's like occasionally you'll see one parked.
Yeah. You see one parked at the beginning of Pokemon. Gary leaves in a car.
Yeah.
Which I felt was terribly unfair since he's 10 years old and Ash has to walk until he stole Misty's bike, which he immediately ruined. And that's why she followed him around. In case you were
That's
wondering.
not why she followed him around. We both know why she followed him around.
For Brock.
Because Pikachu was a Pika-Pal.
Pikachu is a Pika-Pal. But anyways, yeah, they're discuss defeating the evil power while they slowly fucking walk down the middle of the street with no cars, and then they stop,
And
then
play
they
tops.
battle, and then they just walk. They never do anything. Ever. The evil power is never a real threat.
I didn't know Beyblade had an evil power.
They were discussing defeating the evil power. They're like
Wasn't-
almost that cliched as well.
Oh, really?
Like,
It was the dark power?
yeah, it was something like that. I don't remember. Obviously, I texted you and asked you, and you're just like, because that show sucks.
Yeah, I was like, that show sucks, dude. I don't know, man. Fucking...
Yeah, I was like hungover. I was like back in my my old apartment. I was just like laying in bed, and I was like, the remote's too far away. Too hungover. I'm gonna watch Beyblade
Watch Beyblade
and
Hellboy.
and Hellboy.
Hellboy's a good movie, man. You're just a hater.
Well, I think we'll call this one.
Are we done?
We'll call this one a day right now, Josh.
Sorry we missed last week.
We did miss a week, but as we told you
yeah.
2 weeks ago, sometimes it may be bi-weekly. We don't want to bore you, although some of our best conversation is about Beyblade. That's not relevant at all. But yeah, sometimes it might be bi-weekly. We're shooting for weekly. We actually have some stored up...
yeah, we recorded, we just didn't put it up.
We have some stored up content that is going to fill the gaps should a recording snafu.
Consider it B-roll.
Yeah, if there's a problem with the recording of that week.
Yeah.
But anyways, Josh, what do you want to tell all the listeners?
All the folks at home.
All the folks at home.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I made that up. That was me.
And you're probably tired of hearing us say this, especially since we haven't delivered. But we do have our new show coming out called Classic Ketchup that will be out soon.
Yes.
Trademark.
Yes.
We have a new skit that is still incoming.
Yeah.
And it actually might not even be the same skit that we were playing.
Yeah, we might do something different. We thought of something else. It could be pretty funny.
Next week, we will most definitely have a podcast, and we will be talking about our normal assortment of nonsense, as well as discussing the new Star Trek Beyond movie film.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Which right now, pre-release is sitting at like 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is Bourne coming out this week, too?
And Bourne is also coming out one of these weeks. So if it's not next week, it'll be the week after that. But basically, lots of movies are coming out. We want to try to be somewhat relevant. We're probably not going to skip a week here anytime soon.
Hope not.
Our normal assortment of nonsense mixed with some new current movie films.
Yes.
So stay tuned. New thing, new show, all these movies. I have been Ryan.
And I'm still Josh.
All right, say bye, Josh.
Bye, Josh.